Now it turned red.
Was it flashing red?
Yes.
That means it's recording.
We haven't started yet though, come on.
We gotta walk down the woods, remember?
Alright, welcome one and all to my third alpha test of this gameplay video. This is the first gameplay video that I have, and this is really going to be a trial for what I'm going to be doing, as well as how everything turned out.
I've got a pretty good feeling.
So, I'm going to be mixing audio levels and figuring that out, as well as the quality of the camera and gameplay footage. So it's been a while, and I know it's been requested quite a few times. It's even in the channel name, Wolf Airsoft Gaming, so this is the first step. At the time of the recording, I had 2 tactical cameras. I now have 4 tactical cameras, as well as some other types of cameras, so I'll probably be using my highest quality one, the GoPro, for this type of footage instead of the other action cameras that I have that are a little bit cheaper than that. So yeah, let's get started into the actual commentary. So this game that we're playing right now is 2 objectives, essentially that one game mode called, what is it called? You got 2 bombs, you have to defuse them. Demolition, there we go. So we've got this white carton on top of the wagon that you'll see here in a few minutes as the first objective, and the second one is going to be a mortar strike dispatch location. That's a lot of radio equipment set up on a desk further out. This is a private airsoft location, and this is really just to test out everything. That's the objective right there. So it's 2v2 right now.
Moving in 3.
So right now I'm clearing this area out, making sure that they're not there. One of them is wearing a ghillie suit, so it's extremely hard to see people, especially with all the foliage that's low to the ground in this map. So far we haven't seen or heard anything, but we're still pretty cautious in this. To the left of us, where I just looked, was Objective Charlie, but that's not active in this game. But it's still a popular hiding spot to ambush this objective. Okay, there we go. This is rather a test of this game mode, but that's basically to destroy the objective. We just simplified it and took it out. So now that that's done, we're going to be retreating here, kind of take a few steps back, and scan the area again.
Probably not going to control since there's only 2 of them. They'll probably just set up an ambush over at the mortar station.
That's what I'm thinking.
So the best thing to do would be the only way that they don't know about. And cut them off from the back end.
Okay, so you can see my teammate here. He knows this map a lot better than I do. There's a lot of back paths, and the one that we're about to take right now actually encompasses the entire back of the map and ends up popping out at the spawn point for the defending team. So this gameplay isn't exactly action-packed by any means. Again, it's 2x2. There's a lot of intensity, more or less, to the game, but definitely going to be getting a lot more action-packed recording when everything's figured out. I've got 2 alpha test videos that are going to go up. This is the first of them, and the second one is going to be uploaded shortly after this. So right now, I'm checking ahead. I have the longer range gun here. He actually is using a custom painted spring gun that we did, that we hydro dipped. But again, this is more or less a not a practice game, but definitely a test. So as you can see, there's a lot of different paths that players can take. This being one of the back routes, it's not more commonly used. However, there are ones that, if we kept on going straight, would lead back into the map at around the front of B, and where he is going to be where we're going to be. That's going around to the back of the second objective. So there's not much action. We're going to be checking the paths and everything before we take them. So I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little about the test that's being undergone right now. So again, I had mentioned that this was more of a small and private gameplay video, but I did want to test out a lot of the camera angles that I'm using now, as well as the position where you can still see my rifle in it. It's not in front of my face, it's actually to the right side of my helmet, and I think that gives it a perfect look when I'm aiming down sights, and also gives you guys a look at what I'm shooting at. So I thought that was a good camera angle. If you guys would like to see other types of camera angles, I've invested in a 20mm Picatinny mount for my GoPro, so that'll be mounted on there. Although I don't know if I'm going to be using that to be looking back on me, but I like to get more than one type of camera angle in here. As I mentioned before, I have quite a few cameras, so I can do that. And what type of commentary you guys want to hear. I realized when I started this, it's definitely hard to keep on talking, especially through parts like these where there's not a lot of action, so you have to fill it with commentary. So if you guys have any recommendations for that, or anything that you'd like to see, please, comment down below, because just like in a market economy, you guys tell me what to do, I'll produce it, and we're both happy. So I'll start commentating now about the actual game, because we're coming up on their position. So right in front of us at that intersection is where they spawn in for the defending team. And right now we're making close to scan every part of it, because they weren't anywhere near Alpha, so they've got to be back here. So the path I'm taking right now is the crossover to the back of Bravo, and the one that he's on right now, that he's posting up position, is the route where the defenders spawn in. So if they are further back, we're going to be flanking them around, and we'll be on their 6, because this is the furthest trail. So we've essentially encompassed the entire map, and now we're behind them at the very back.
This is the most likely place that their ambush is set up, right at the mortar site.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get there, go ahead and take a look around. Because they're either going to be where we normally would do it, behind those trees, or over here, pointing in. And he does have a ghillie suit.
So we're starting to approach the very last inch of where we have to search. Right beyond that clearing at the very end is where Bravo is, so we know they're positioned somewhere in there. And we're taking extra caution to make sure that we can spot them before they see us. So we just discussed the small game plan there. Alright, so I've shouldered my rifle to my left side and I'm getting ready to come in on the shout where we think the attackers are. You can see the red shirt right there. So that guy in the red shirt was one of the defenders. He was pointed the other way, but now the other guy is going to be looking at us now. So we retreat and take cover, see if we can draw him out. Right now we're being dead silent because we know that the other player is somewhere in near proximity to here, and he's in a ghillie suit, so visibility is going to be really hard to see him.
You want to?
Alright, so at this point, we've decided to just go full on, and we're going to gamble that he is there, now pointing at us, so we're going to try to shoot him before he shoots us.
Yeah. Did you get it? Alright, we're good.
Okay, so what just happened there is the sniper was on the ground, and my friend actually got him with a spring gun. It bounced off the ground and hit him in the head. Alright, so this is going to be it for the gameplay video. Some other things that I wanted to add in, but I couldn't now, was the wanted to describe the loadout, what I was wearing, what gun I was using, what kind of upgrades, if any, I've done to it, and a few other things like that. So that's going to do it for this first alpha trial of Wolf Airsoft Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, as it's the first of this kind. Expect many more to come. I've got another one to upload, and tomorrow I'm going out to take more video. So, with that, I really hope you guys liked it. Improvements, any comments, leave them down below. Tell me what I need to improve on, what I did good, what I did really well, and most importantly, what you guys want to see. So, that's it for this episode of Wolf Airsoft Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video.